Hi, good morning. I'm going to talk over the data analysis project in today's video. The first part deals with cleaning of the data. So we are going to talk about the cleaning of the data in this video. And then the second part deals with summarization of the data using pivot tables. I'll be talking about in the next video. And the third part deals with ratio analysis. I'll be again developing a third part of the video for this data analysis project. Now, in the data analysis project, in the first part, we're going to download some Excel files from SEC website using the Edgar database. So I have provided a link. So if you just hover this link and use your control uh, on the keyboard, or if I'm using Mac, whatever is the equivalent of the control, you just click on that. And then if you click on that, it will take you to this website. So once you are on this website, you can go on to the filings and then company filing search. So that is the next thing you're going to do. And once you are on this, I have given you the directions about we are working on the three companies, Pfizer, Merck, and Johnson and Johnson, the three pharmaceutical companies. Now, I'm going to show how you will be doing for one company. So let's say for Pfizer. Now, if you see the directions, Pfizer's sticker name or ticker symbol is PFE. So if I type that, this one comes up here, Pfizer Incorporated. So click on that. Once you click on that, it will take you to this page of the website. So what we are doing is we are looking for 10Ks, the annual report. So just click on this one. And again, we want to view, because as you can see, only 21 and 22 data are available. We are looking for 2018 data. So that's why you click on this view all 10K and 10Qs. So when you click on that, you come to this table. And as you can see here, it says 2018 12/31, and if you see here, that's the 10K for 2018. So click on this filing tab. So you just click on that. When you click on that filing tab, it takes you to the interactive data. So we want to click on that one, interactive data. And once you click on that, it will take you to this part of the website. And up here you can see view Excel document. So click on that view Excel document, and it has downloaded a file here. So just if you click your download folder, you will see that it has downloaded a file known as financial report. So what you are going to do is rename this file and use it as I have given a direction for how you name the file. If you look at the directions, you name it as PFE. It is very important you name it correctly, underscore 10K underscore FY18. So that's how we are going to name that file. So once you have renamed that file, what I want you to do is open, let's say, a folder for this project. So if you go to your documents folder, you before doing that, you just copy this, and then you go to open a folder, maybe a new folder, and then call it as a data analysis project, and then uh, go to that folder and paste that file you just downloaded. So Now, once you have done that, what you do is you repeat the process and go back to the initial landing page. So this was the landing page. So go back to the landing page again, and you reach when you he reach here, company and personal lookup, and download the file for the other two companies. So once you have downloaded all the three files from the SEC website, then you follow the steps. So first is read through how VLOOKUP function works. So of course this is one of the VLOOKUP functions. I have a link for on that what we call page. So you can always use that as a resource to learn more about VLOOKUP. Now at this point of time, I don't expect you to be an expert on VLOOKUP, but at least know how this works. So if you just click on that, there is a video which talks about the Excel function VLOOKUP. Now go and follow the steps. So step number 2 is create a new Excel file with new two worksheets. So first one should be data and the second should be pivot table. So if you want to do that, you just go to Excel and then create a new blank file. Then first you call these as data, and the second one you name it as pivot tables. Okay, so we are going to talk about the data. So if you go back to your directions, if you see this one here, and let's follow the directions. So okay, you have an Excel file on one side and the data analysis table directions on the other side. So I'm just working uh, with the directions as you would work. Okay, so I have both the Excel file and the directions. If you have a dual monitors, you can put one of them in another monitor and work. If you don't have, this is how you can do as well. So we're going on to the data tab of the Excel file, and then what it says is make the following columns in the data worksheet. So this is the data worksheet. First you want to have company name, second column is the year, third is the sales, fourth is the cost of goods sold, and then next is the gross profit, and next is the net income. So we have this column, just extend those columns so that the column headers are visible. And once you are there, on that, you go to step number 4. Use the VLOOKUP to populate the company name from your file. So make sure that your other Excel file which you had opened is open. So if you're working in all the three files, you can open all the three files. So let's go back to the file we have saved and open it. So I have that open. So just leave it open there and then work on, of course, whenever it comes as enable editing, you should click on that enable editing so that it allows you to work on that. So we are going back to our original file that we started. Okay, so that is the Excel file. Now it says use the VLOOKUP to populate the company name from your file. So first I'm going to show you how you do the first one. So what you are going to do is you just copy these formula as such and put it here. So as you can see, it immediately what you call copied this one file here. So okay, so you can see it has copied the file name as Pfizer. So if you use the same um, concept, what you do is you can drag it down here. It is now saying Pfizer, but what you have to do is when you are ready with the files for the other two companies, you just change that formula here and go and say only let's say MRK. But since I haven't downloaded the MRK file, it will show an error. It says name and then it is looking for the file. I don't have it right now, so that is why it's showing NA. But once you have downloaded that file, saved in the same directory that you did the Pfizer, then you will be able to, same thing you would be able to do with J and J. So if you do J and J, if you just change the name only in the formula bar, it's going to look for that file. Since I don't have it, that's why it will show NA. Okay, so that is how we'll be able to populate that information. Now, uh, you can see how powerful the vlook function is to what you call work on the file. So now go on and work for step number 5. Step number 5, it says create 9 total rows in your Excel file, 3 for each company, and use vlookup to populate the company name, 3 rows for each company, and then fill in the F18, F17, and F16. Each company should have 3 rows. So each company will have 3 rows. So let's say that's what we want to do. That will be 3 rows here, and this is going to be FY 2018, FY 2017, and FY 2016. Or let's just do only 18. Yeah, okay, 18, 17, and 16. Okay, all right. Then that means for each company you will be having 3 rows. One is 17. So as I said to you, you can just copy this down and change the name here on the top, but that will work only when you have named the files according to the direction given and you have those files in the same folder that you have the original file. Okay, so that would be for each company should have 3 rows and 3 years when completed. The find and replace feature Excel of course can help quickly replace company names, of course. So that'll be in, if you do here, it will be you can do Control H. So what you're looking is you are looking for PFE and you want to replace with MRK or something like that, but that would MRK will be the second one. That you should be able to do it only when you have copied all these down. Okay, now that is your step number 5. Now what we are going to do is we can use the same vlook function to pull the data for sales, cost of goods sold, and net income. If you look through the Excel files for the 3 columns, 3 companies, there are some barriers to using VLOOKUP. For example, VLOOKUP works best when the files are formulated in the same name. So if you see the folder, the file for Pfizer, if we just look at that, You can drag this so that you can see. You have a consolidated statement of income, consolidated statement. So these have to be named exactly the same for all the three companies. So that is what is very important. So that's why that's the cleaning up the part that we are going to do. So income statement tab is called consolidated statement of income for MRK. It is called consolidated statement of INCO for PFE, and consolidated statements of E earn for J and J. So you need to first clean up that to name the income statement tab as common. So rename every what you call income statement for all the companies same. So using the same concept you also do for other things. Since not all companies have the gross profit, you can calculate the gross profit. Of course, you know the gross profit is going to be this figure here, sales minus the cost of goods sold. So you can calculate. Right now we don't know that. So then once you have all the information and all the files, you can use this VLOOKUP basically to find out for sales, cost of goods sold, and other items. So that is what you are expected to do. Try doing that, and if you have any questions, you can always ask me, or we can have a Zoom session just to go over that. Then once you are done with that, what I want you to do is take a screenshot of this table, the data table that you have created. Of course, as I said to you, there will be 3 rows for each company. So basically you'll have 3 rows for Pfizer, 3 rows for Merck, 3 rows for J&J. So that'll be 9 rows, and all these three companies should have this information filled up here. So that's what. And then I also want you to kind of give a narrative explaining what you learned by completing this segment of the project in at least 300 words. So you can start with what you call what you how you learn to download those files from, and why it was important to use the file naming convention, using the same convention, as well as cleaning up the data to make commonality in the fields, so that you will be able to use the VLOOKUP function on Excel and then complete your analysis. So that is the first part of the data analysis project. So that is all that I have for you today. So you can complete that project. And if, as I said to you, if you have any questions, always ask me.